Hey guys, Brianna Houts here with the Lee County Extension. We are back with our Pick a Better Snack for May. How is everybody? I am so glad to see you guys, although I'm kind of sad because this is our last time we will be seeing each other. So I hope you guys all have a great summer after this if I don't tell you afterwards. So enjoy your summer and I hope you try some new vegetables and fruits. There's lots of them going to be coming around with the farmers markets and all of that good stuff. So, but what did we talk about last month? Does anybody remember? It was green. It was stocky. It kind of tasted kind of good. Yes, asparagus. Good job, everybody. That's awesome. I'm so glad you guys are remembering all of this. Now, show of hands. Who tried it at home since the last time we were together? I did. Awesome. I am so glad to see many of you were able to try it at home. Did your family, other brothers and sisters like it as well as you liked it the last time? Good. Did anybody try it a different way? Did anybody try it on the grill or roasted or cooked? Yeah, like I said, it's even better those ways. So the more that you try it, the more that you might find out that you like it. But it doesn't always have to be eaten raw. Everything can be eaten cooked or in a different way as well. So you don't always have to go by that. Now, I do have a question. Has anyone noticed any farmers markets lately? I know they're going on. I just haven't been to one yet. I really need to get to one. I love going to farmers markets. But do you guys know what they are? Right, a farmer's market is where people gather together from different farms and bring their produce to you, usually in a centralized location. So a lot of times Fort Madison will have their farmers markets at the park in downtown. And anybody can go and join it and see. And you get to see lots of fresh fruits and vegetables there as well. And they are more than likely all homegrown from that person's farm. So this month, though, let's focus on May because, you know, farmers markets are there. This fruit, oops, I said fruit. I was going to ask you whether we were going to do a fruit or a vegetable this month and what you thought since we did last month as asparagus, but I gave it away. Sorry. Our fruit can be found at local farmers markets. So it's red, does have some green on it. It's really, really yummy and is probably the best tasting berry around. What do you think it is? I've heard it. There's lots of good guesses, but someone said it. Strawberry. Yes, we are doing strawberries this month. They are red. They taste really, really good. They do have some green on them that you have to take off. But yes, that's awesome. So glad. And you can also, sometimes instead of going to farmers markets to find this, you can go pick them fresh out of a field because sometimes there are pick your own strawberry patch at different places. So it's always a good tasty treat. Now, strawberries. Strawberries are a fruit. Yep. And it's often one of the first fruit to ripen in the spring in Iowa. Strawberries, do they grow in Iowa? Yes, they do. They do grow in Iowa. Now, strawberries are small, low-growing perennial. What's a perennial? It means they come back each year. With runners. Runners means it grows out and stretches along different places, and it takes root in different places to make a new plant. Now, I have a strawberry plant that I planted last year in my garden in some containers because I do some container gardening, and it actually went to the other container that contained my cucumber, and it's growing back in both places. So that's pretty cool. It's actually growing back, and I'm gonna have more strawberries here this year. I should probably go out and check them because they're probably getting big, and I might have some fruit on there. So it'd be yummy, even on some ice cream. Ooh, that sounds really good. I might have to go when I get off of work here and go check it out. But also, the strawberry plant flowers. So the plant makes flowers, and guess what pollinates it? Bees. They pollinate the flowers to make the fruit, because without the bees, we wouldn't have strawberries, we wouldn't have apples, we wouldn't have a lot of fruits that we have because they flower. Now, it usually takes 30 days after it gets planted for the flower to develop into a fruit. So if you plant it with a flower on, expect 30 days for it to become a fruit and a red strawberry. So it will start out like a white color, kind of like this, and then it will turn to a lighter red, and then it will turn to the darker red. And sometimes if it's covered in one spot with the sun not hitting it, it will end up looking like this. But you can still eat it. You can just cut that part out. You could eat the bottom of this and this side because it's all ripe and fresh and ready to go. Now, a half a cup of sliced strawberries means that 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 large strawberries equals a half a cup of sliced strawberries. Fun fact. Now, another fun fact, the seeds, can you take a guess at how many seeds you think are on the outside of that strawberry? Not quite that much, but you're close. There's about 200 on the outside of this fruit. So you see those little pockets? Those are little seeds. And those are there's about 200 of those on each strawberry that you get. Now, I talked about this earlier, but strawberry is the most popular berry in the United States. So in all of the states, the United States, it's the most popular. Everyone likes it. It's pretty good and it's really, really sweet. Now, California grows 83% of the strawberries in the United States. So if I would have 10 strawberries, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 strawberries. If I put 2 of those back, 8 of those, that's probably as many strawberries as we have in the United States that come from California. Pretty cool. That's most of our strawberries. Now, fun physical activity. It's time to get moving, right? We've probably just had lunch, haven't had our recess, kind of getting ready for recess, getting a little anxious, right? All right, let's do our physical activity. So what I need you to do is I need you to stand up, I need you to spread out, make sure you're not gonna hit anybody, move your arms, you're not in arm's reach of anybody, right? Okay, so we're gonna see how much our taste buds have changed this year. So I'm going to say a sentence, and when you agree, you will show us by doing a double thumbs up, jump, then freeze. Or you can do a lunge, or you can do arms out. Whichever you guys would like to do, you can pick your own physical activity as long as it's not running around. You have to stay in the same place. So like a jump, you'd be all right with that. But now for an example, if I say, I am your class's pick a better snack teacher, is that a yes or a no? If it's a no, you don't have to do anything, you just stand there. If it's a yes, do your physical activity that you want to do, whether you give me a thumbs up jump, or orange, or I like this. Whichever you prefer. All right, so I am your class's Pick a Better Snack teacher. Is that right? Yes, that is correct. Everyone has done that. Now, all right, do you agree with this? I tried a new food this year. Did you try a new food this year? Awesome, I love that. Everyone did it. That's great, I am so glad. Now, I liked a food that I didn't like before. Do you agree or not agree? Agree, do your physical activity. Don't agree, just stay in place. Kind of be a freeze. Awesome, I'm glad so many of you tried a food that you didn't like and you actually like it. Now, I learned something new about how fruits and veggies grow. Did you learn something? One piece of information that I gave you that you didn't know before. Go ahead, do your physical activity if that's a yes or no. Just freeze. All right, I like that. We're doing good. All right, I had fun cooking and tasting foods with my friend. Or, well, we didn't cook, but maybe you cook some at home with your family. Did you enjoy tasting those new foods with your friends? Awesome. All right, here we go. Here's what's next. My favorite vegetable was jicama, our Mexican potatoes. Who liked our jicamas? Broccoli or cauliflower? Who liked those? Awesome. How about our peppers? Who liked our peppers? Looking good. And how about asparagus? I'll give that one. I'll give them all one of these because I liked them all. Awesome. Now, how about our favorite fruits? So our fruits that we went over this year. How about cantaloupe? Who liked our cantaloupe? Awesome. How about our cranberries? Good. How about our mango? Who liked our mango? All right. How about our orange or clementine? Awesome. And I will go for all of it because I liked them all too. That's awesome. And last but not least, give yourself a thumbs up, jump, physical activity, or freeze if this doesn't apply to you. But I am a brave taster. And I think you should all be jumping up and giving your thumbs or doing your physical activity because you have all been great, brave testers for us this year as we've been doing your Pick a Better Snack. And we are all proud of you for at least trying something maybe that you haven't tried before. So great job, kindergartners. We are very excited for you. Now, you guys can go ahead and have a seat. We've done our physical activity. Find a spot on the carpet. Go ahead, and I want you, once you sit down, do crisscross applesauce, knees crossed, legs crossed, however you guys sit down. And I want you to sit there, and I want you to take in 3 big deep breaths. Blow it out. And another one. All right, we've got our good 3 deep breaths. Now, I maybe said something earlier that you didn't quite understand, and it was called ripening. When food is growing and changing, it is ripening. Ripening. We can use our senses to observe food becoming ripe. And this happens, or ripening is happening to make the food getting ready for us to eat. So it is the gradual turning of the fruit to be able for us to eat it. Now, how can we figure out if it's ripe or not? Well, we can watch it. We can watch it as it grows. This, we talked about, it starts out as a white spot berry after the flower, and then it grows bigger, and it changes colors into the red. Now, if you get a berry like this, feel the white part. It's kind of hard. But if you try this side of it, it's a little bit softer. That's one of the ways. It feels softer. Another change is the color, like we talked about. It goes from red to a light red to a really dark red. This side is really dark. And that means once it gets to that bright color and it's kind of shiny, that's more than likely it's ready for us to eat as well. Now, smell. It smells really sweet if you smell it. That's another way that you can tell. You can smell them, and you can kind of smell a difference from the white side to the red side. The red side smells sweeter. Another thing, how it tastes. If it kind of tastes a little bit sour, then it might not be quite right, but it will be a sweet, juicy flavor, and it might not be as juicy if it's not as ripe. So this side will probably be a little bit drier and not as sweet. Now if you take a bite out of this red side, oh, that would be awesome, because that would be a nice, sweet, juicy flavor that comes out of it. We've got our different parts. We've got our strawberry, right? And as we get ready to eat it, there's going to be a few things that happen that we won't eat and that we'll check on. So if you end up with a strawberry that does have a white part on it, you're not going to want to taste that part. You're going to want to taste the red part. But all of this bottom part is the berry. This is all what we're going to taste except for the white part. So you could take a nice big bite out of this and then bite all the way around, but leaving the white there so you don't eat through the white. The other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take off the stem. So this part is the stem. This is where the flower starts out as, and then the berry grows on the underside of the stem under these petals and grows into the fruit. So you won't need to eat this part of it either. So when you take a bite out of it, you can go like this and pull it all up and then bite around it as well. You won't want to bite clear up to the top, but you can. Now, the berries that you've gotten will be probably maybe a little bit wet because we wash them before you eat them. So anything that you eat or try, you want to make sure that you wash before you eat, just like any other vegetable that you have, especially if it comes out of like a plastic container. So my strawberries came in a plastic container that looks like this with a label on top, and it does say California strawberries. So there's your 83%. Now, might be a little wet, but that's okay. So those are parts of the strawberry plant that you're going to be using. Now, our health connection. Why? Why eat a strawberry? What's it good for? What does it help us with? Anything? Well, actually it does. Strawberries are high in vitamin C to fight off germs, heal cuts, and wounds. Now, do we remember what vitamin C, what our symbol is for that? Yes, our defense shield. Very good, guys. You guys are awesome at this. You guys are remembering. I love it. I love it. So it's going to be very healthy for you, and that's awesome, for sure. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pause the video while you guys go ahead and get ready for our taste test. So I want you to go and use hand sanitizer or go to the bathroom and wash your hands, whichever it is, but you guys can go ahead and pause the video at this point in time so that you can get into your seats for your taste testing, and you should be able to have a strawberry each. So into your, so you each get to try your own strawberry and see what it looks like and touch and feel it. All right, are we all back from getting our hands washed? Great, I love it. We're good to go. Now you should each have a strawberry in front of you. So some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. They're all growing at different types and rates and speeds. So you have your strawberry. And I want you guys to touch it. Can you close your eyes? Can you touch it? What does it feel like? What does it feel like? Well, it feels kind of smooth. It almost feels a little hairy, kind of, a little bit. Bumpy. Yeah, the seeds are kind of giving it the bump. Yeah. And then, of course, you've got your leaves at the top, which you feel your leaves. Now, looking at it, I see our seeds in there. Some of them are yellowish, greenish looking. Yeah, they're in little holes. Some of them have little like hairs off of them. That's okay, that's all normal. It's red. Yep. And then check out the stem. Can you see where it had been attached to the plant? Do you see that little bump there in the middle of the stem? That's where it was connected to the plant. Like I said, underneath of all of that is where the flower grew. So if you pull that back, you can kind of see some outlines of a little bit of a flower almost with the seeds on it. Kind of protects it from the sun a little bit. Definitely seeing those seeds. That's kind of the bigger one. Let's see. Might take us a while count all 200 seeds, but I'm sure we could try. If you had some time, you could sit there and count the seeds. But I'm not going to. Nah, what's it smell like? It kind of smells like fruity and sweet. It smells good. I like it. I do. I really like it. It smells good. Now, as we get into our no yuck zone, because we're going to start our tasting to see what it tastes like to us. No yuck. Remember, we're very quiet. We don't say yuck, anything like that. If it's not something that you prefer, I ask that you quietly get up out of your seat and you go to the trash can and spit it out, and then you can go ahead and get a drink of water and you can come on back to your seat. So definitely, but we are in the no yuck zone now. So what I want you to do is as we get ready to taste it, you're going to kind of pull up the leaves around the stem, just kind of like this. And then your strawberry is washed, so you can go ahead and just take a bite out of the end of it. Just take a bite out of the end of it. If, like I said, you do see some white in there, try to stay away from the white, but you can eat any of the red part of it. And then definitely make sure you kind of stay away from the very tip top because you don't want to eat that stem part of it, and that's more red at the very top. So if you're careful about that. But when you take a bite, listen. Can you hear anything? Is it crunchy? Can you hear the juices coming out of it? Does it sound different than anything else that you would chew? Go ahead, take a bite out of it. See what you think. More than likely, you'll probably like it, and you'll find lots of ways to eat it. Or you might already have tried it and you really like strawberries. That's awesome. I love it. But if you don't, go ahead and you can quietly get up and go spit it in the trash can as quietly as you can. Take a drink if you'd like, and then you can come on back to your seat. Now, we'll go ahead and do our voting. Remember, up is for like, side is, I might try it again, I might not, or down is, I'd really not like to. But remember, you have to try something 7 times before you know if you like it or not to know for sure. Because there are many ways to eat all of these different kinds of fruits and vegetables we've been trying. It's not just raw, it's not just from a can. There are multiple different ways. So the more ways that you try it, you might find you like one way or over another, and that is all right. Now, what did we think of it? I liked it. Looks like the majority of you liked it. If you were this or this, that's okay. It's okay. You're fine. We tasted it. It tasted sweet, right? It was juicy. It was really good. It was a little bit crunchy, probably from the seeds, But overall, it was more juicy, and you really couldn't hear much besides kind of the juice swishing around inside of our mouths. But awesome. You guys were all brave tasters today. Now, got one last thing. I'm going to ask you a question, and you guys can just tell me the answer. What do you guys think? So, kind of like this. What month is it? May. Yes, May. Very good. Whose class am I in? What's your teacher's name? All right. Yes. Okay. What food did we try today? Strawberries. Yes, we did. And foods grow and change from unripe to ripe. Yes, you guys are doing so good. Now, do strawberries grow seeds on the inside or outside? Which way? Where's their seeds at? Outside. Yes. Good job, guys. Now, who's excited to go home and tell their family about the strawberries? Yes, I love it. Now, if you wanted to try this at home, who would you ask? Grown-ups. Yes, your parents, grandparents. Yes, whoever you're staying with. That's awesome. Now, what questions might they ask you? Where can you find strawberries? Where can you find strawberries? Farmer's market, grocery store. Can you just find them in one spot at the grocery store? Are there multiple spots you can find them? Yep, fresh food aisle, frozen aisle, refrigerator section. You can probably find them canned. All of those places. Yep, those are all great places to go. Now, don't forget, of course, this is the last month, but you guys will get your family newsletter, your coloring sheet, your fact sheet, and your bingo card. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to bring your bingo card back for us this next month because you're done, but I encourage you guys all to at least get one bingo while you're at home. Now, if you filled out a bingo sheet at all during the year, I am so proud of you. Thank you for doing that. You guys are awesome. Don't forget that you guys are all brave, and I kind of gave you all a little special gift in your bag, so your teachers can give you that special gift for you to take home and use, and just kind of as a thank you guys for participating. I hope you guys all enjoy it. You guys may or may not use it until next year, but I hope you guys all enjoy your special gift. So thanks for playing along this year. I hope you have a great summer, and I hope to see some of you out and about at farmers markets or the grocery stores. And if you see me, you can say, hey, that's my food lady who comes to talk to us about food, or pick a better snack, or whichever. So you guys are welcome to come up to me and say, hey, I know you. I love to see you guys out on the street and in those grocery stores and at the farmers markets. So have a great summer. Bye, guys.